Hello Super Sentai fans and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm taking a look at the first two deluxe Avataro Gear Sets from Avataro Sentai Donbrothers. So last year, of course, we got a ton of gears released during ZenkaiOh, but if you remember how that toy line worked, nearly all of them were released exclusively in the Candy Toy and Gashapon lines. And while we are getting that this year, this time around for the new gimmick, the new version of the Sentai Gears, they've decided to do actual deluxe sets, just like Rider's done gimmick sets, and we've had Sentai gimmick sets before. I think the last time was with the Russells. They had it, and of course Q-Tamas and Judenshi did it, so it's obviously something that they have done, and I like these sets a lot in concept. I also think that if you don't want to collect Avataro gears, because you have all the Sentai gears like I do, it is a little annoying that each set comes with one gear that has brand new sounds that you can't so far get outside of these sets. And what's also annoying is that the Red Rangers that are in these sets are being re-released in the Gashapon and Candy Toy lines, but not the gears that they know you want to buy the sets for. I mean, obviously they know what they're doing, but it is what it is. Now, these sets are relatively simple because they are just basically repeats of Sentai gears with one new gear, so that's why I'm taking a look at both sets in the same video. Thanks to listings, well, we've already seen Set 3, it's going to be coming out in April. Set 4 has not been revealed yet, neither has 5 or 6, but we are going to be getting at least 6 deluxe sets over the course of the season, all the way up until like July or so. So who knows what we're going to be getting in all of those, but here we have Set 1 and Set 2, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Set 1, which obviously comes with 5 gears, the one in the center being for Don Momotaro Alter. This is the very first Alter gear we've ever been able to take a look at, and they are these sparkly, translucent blue gears that do look very nice. I do like the look of them, and it is tempting me to buy the Alters. So it's interesting because you get a gear, you get the ToQger Alter gear with the ToQger Alter. However, Don Momotaro Alter does not come with the Don Momotaro Alter gear. You have to get that in this set, so that's kind of strange. And then you get 4 Avataro gears for Lupin Ranger, Pata Ranger, Ryusoldier, and Kiramager. So of course you have Don Momotaro up there and those corresponding Red Rangers. And on the back it advertises the Don Momotaro Alter and the sounds that it makes. And then of course the other 4 giving their sounds in the Don Blaster. And a very similar setup to this one as well for Gear Set 2. So the new unique gear in here is the Robotaro Gear for Don ZenkaiOh, which is our first time ever getting a Robotaro gear, which are kind of like those Gashapon rare ones that we had last year with that kind of gold, metallic, translucent, glittery plastic. It's not the same kind of shade as that, but it's sort of similar. And you get the kind of holographic sticker, which I didn't mention is also on the Alter gears. And then this one for Avataro gears, you get ToQger, Ninja, Zyuohger, and Q-Ranger. So, of course, 38 through 41, and then 42 through 44, and then Set 3 has GoKaiger, GoBusters, and Kyoryuger, and then everything before GoKaiger is a Candy Toy or Gashapon exclusive with repeats of these. Up here, instead of Don Momotaro, you get Don ZenkaiOh, which makes sense, and the corresponding Red Rangers for that set, and then showing, hey, it's Don ZenkaiOh, which is interesting, because now that we have the first episode, we've seen Don ZenkaiOh and how it's summoned. We see Zenkaiser Black summon the Jiron, and then Don Momotaro already has Enya Rhydon. So we don't really know if this gear is going to do anything in the show. It's our only Robotaro gear we have so far, and it does actually work in the gear laner, so I will take a look at that. This one, though, the Don Momotaro Alter, will not, so I will show that off and everything, but definitely an interesting gear, and then, of course, the 4 of them in the Don Blaster. So let's go ahead and open all of these up, take a look at them, and hear their sounds. Alright, so here's all of the gears out of the package, and of course our Don Blaster to take a look at the sounds. So these gears are very nice. I do really like the look of Avataro gears, even though they are basically me rebuying these Sentai gears from last year. So we'll go ahead and start with Set 1's contents, which the first one up in there is Lupin Ranger. So this one looks really good. Of course you have the nice chrome that's on the Avataro gear. You have the Lupin Ranger symbol back there, and Lupin Red. All of these on the back are just going to look the exact same. They're going to have this port to either plug into the back of Don Momotaro Alter or used as a wheel for the Enya Rhydon. So that is the same corresponding peg. So any Avataro gear, Robotaro gear, Avataro gear Alter, they can do the same thing. So, you know, nothing too crazy there. And like I said earlier, these are just exact replicas in terms of the gear notches of the original Sentai gears. So these all will work in the gear laner and the gear ToQger laner. And of course, the gear delaner will just do what it usually does and just say Sentaiger. but these are the exact same. And I'm not going to show it off for all of them, but since it is the first one here, I will just prove it to you. By testing this one out. And it's kind of a good way to kind of have a callback, because if you remember, the very first Sentai gear that ever came out was the Super Red version of Lupin Ranger, so it's a nice little callback to that. So if it is a replica of any older Sentai gear, then it does in fact work in all of the corresponding ZenkaiOh toys that could use Sentai gears. But of course we're going to test it out in the Dawn Blaster, so that was Lupin Ranger. Next up we have Pato Ranger, so there is Pato and Ichigo on the front there with the Pato Ranger logo. And you get the chrome. I love the chrome, I love the clear like bubble in front of these stickers, it looks really nice. I am a sucker for the artwork on these things. So there's the back. I don't really know why I'm showing the back, since it is the same thing all the time. Here is Rusol Red, or Dino Fury, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's Rusoldier, but you know. So, there's that. And Kiramager, one of the only gears to have like almost every variant possible released. Because there's a regular Kiramager gear, there's a Super Red one, there's a Dark one, and now there's a regular one, or an Avataro one. And there will be an Alter one. We've already seen the Kiramager Alter. Lupin Ranger and Pato Ranger are going to have that distinction as well, because they're also getting Alters, thanks to leaked sounds. But basically anybody Gokaiger onward is going to get an Alter. And then the brand new gear is this one. Here is the Don Momotaro Alter. Very pretty. I do really like this translucent blue, but it functions the same way. You have that port on the back. You have the gold chrome, or actually... yeah, no, it's gold. For a second, I'm like, is it silver chrome? No, it's gold. And you get the nice holographic sticker. Makes it almost seem like it's some kind of Gashapon rare. There's actually going to be Kira color versions, or Kira, I think that's what they're called, Kira color versions of these gears, or Kira Clear, that's what they're called. Of these gears being packed in with magazines that are going to have holographic stickers like that for these. So expect this kind of look to be coming to these thanks to the magazines. It's going to be kind of our replacement for the Super Red gears this year, so... I have a couple of those on pre-order, so I'm sure we'll be taking a look at them. But yeah, instead of having like regular Don Momotaro, you have the head of Don Momotaro Alter, which is interesting because it's the only one to actually have like a unique picture on the Alter. All the other Alter gears just have this kind of holographic sticker and the blue translucent plastic, but the same Red Ranger picture, so it is unique in that aspect. It is gear number, where's the number? Number 79, just had to catch it in the light right there. So since it is after... the gear number 64, it will not work in any of the ZenkaiOh stuff. If you haven't seen my other videos this past week on Donbrothers stuff, gears 01 through 64 will work in anything ZenkaiOh related. Number 65 is Stay Caesar, and only works in the gear ToQger-Kiramager, and then also the Dawn Blaster, and then anything 66 onward exclusively works in the Dawn Blaster. So I'm not even going to bother putting it into the gear liner, it's just going to spin forever, and we won't get anywhere. Next up from set 2, we go back a couple more years to ToQger. So there is Toku Ichigo with the ToQger logo. And I do have the ToQger Alter. I'm going to be taking a look at that here pretty soon, or I might already have. Can't decide if I'm going to release the Gear Sets video first or the Don Momotaro Alter and ToQger Alter set first. But we do have the Alter gear for ToQger, which is unique. All the Alter gears are also unique. They actually have unique gear combinations and are not just... repeats of older Sentai gears. Here is Ninja with Aka Ranger, or Aka Ninja, my bad, there on the front. We have Juo Eagle for Juoger. And we have Shishi Red for Q Ranger. And then our brand new gear is a Robotaro Gear. So it is a very nice, clear, gold, yellow, plastic, whatever you want to call it. Also has that gold chrome, and then there is the picture of Don ZenkaiOh. So really cool, you can kind of see the half of Juron right there, and the Enya Ride-On. I mean, there's a lot of Enya Ride-On, but there's a little bit of Juron there, just based on how it's designed. And this one actually does work in the ZenkaiOh stuff, which is interesting, because right here it's labeled, at least I'm pretty sure that it does, This one is labeled number 130, but if I remember correctly, I want to say, I'm pretty sure that, if you remember, I talked about this before too in other videos, the 2022 ZenkaiOh gear that we got, that kind of hybrid gear, that one, since it had the new kind of design, it didn't have a Kikai side, so there was no way of activating the ZenkaiOh Kikai side sound in the gear laner. So I believe, if I remember correctly, they actually took the Kikai side sound or gear combination and gave it to this one. So I think that this does actually work in the gear laner, but we'll test it, because it does go against what I said with the numbers, because it is number 130, which is the final sound, by the way, for the Donbrothers stuff. They go up to number 130. Yeah, I was right. It does work. So yeah, it definitely does. The Robotaro Gear is usable in the Donblast, or in the Gear Laner. So many names. And I'll just prove it to you since I have it out. Here is Momotaro Alter. The only one in this set that is not, or in either of these sets, that will not work at all. Huh? Well, I am so confused. So that was a fluke. Here it is actually doing what it's supposed to do. I promise you it does not supposed to work. Does not supposed to work. Is not supposed to work in the Gear Laner. That was very strange. Yeah, that was just a fluke. I promise you it's not supposed to work. But anyway, so now it's time to put everything in the Dawn Blaster. It took long enough. Now we can do this how it's supposed to be done. So we'll go ahead and go in season order. Now you've already heard this because I've already tested out all of the Sentai Gears. But, you know, this is the official Donbrothers way to do it. And I'm not going to do all the finishers because it is just the same finisher over and over again. I'll do it at the end. Ninja. Next up we have ToQger. Q-Ranger. So yep, same way as their Sentai Gears did it. Lupin Ranger. Pato Ranger. Soldier. ToQger-Kiramager wraps up all of the Legend Sentai. And since it's the last Legend Sentai one, I'll do the finisher for this one. And yeah, that's all the Legend Sentai ones, which, like I've said so many times, they are just the exact same sounds you can get out of this toy. If you have any of the original Sentai Gear versions, whether it's the original ones, the dark ones, the Super Gear ones, or the Super Red Gear ones, if you have any of the Sentai that I just did, you can already make these sounds without having to get to these gear sets. These two, though, you can only get the sound if you buy these sets. So we'll go ahead and start with Don Momotaro Alter. So that's a new standby. So that is brand new. So yeah, the finisher is the same. It always is the same, but I just figured I'd do it there anyway. And then finally, we have the Robotaro Gear in here, which will also give us a brand new sound. So that one's really cool because it has basically like what would be in a deluxe ZenkaiOh sound if it could say Don ZenkaiOh, because obviously the original toys could not. And also said Zenroku Zenkai at the end. And then I kind of played it a little too soon, but I'll do it real quick again. Oop, one more. Listen to the standby. It's the standby from ZenkaiOh, so that is pretty fun. I do like that. And that's going to go on for a second. So we'll just go ahead and turn off the Don Blaster. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's going to do it for my little review demonstration of the first two deluxe Avataro Gear sets. Now, the third set's going to be a little bit more worth it because that comes with the Kiramager and also the Q-Ranger Alter Gears, which so far is the only way to get those. So the only like repeat gears are Gokaiger, Go Busters, and Kyoryuger. And it's yet to be seen exactly what set 4, 5, and 6 are going to contain, although leaks have already told us that set 5 is going to have a ToQger gear and a Dragon Ranger gear, so very interested in what that set's going to be all about. But yeah, that's going to do it. I can recommend these, especially if you don't have Sentai Gears. Of course, if you're a gear completionist like I am, you're going to need them, especially if you like the brand new images on them, because they are really pretty, and they will go nice with the Candy Toy and Gashapon sets to rebuy every Sentai Gear for like now the third time if you bought all the dark gears and stuff too. So they're really making me buy these gear patterns over and over and over again. But of course the two brand new gears are fun. It's nice that this one works in the gear leaner. It's fun when this one accidentally makes a sound in the gear leaner when it's not supposed to. And yes, they are fun. So that's going to do it for Gear Sets 1 and 2 from Avataro Sentai Donbrothers. Of course, check out a bunch of other Sentai Gear videos on the channel and Donbrothers related content as well. The show's been a lot of fun, and I intend on buying at least a good amount more of the toys. So until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningTwigPR, and I'll see you all next time.